We begin our meditation today. Let's center in that space of infinite being, beyond thought, beyond emotion, beyond desires. Let go of the thoughts, let go of the emotions, let go of the desires as much as you can, and let go of attachment to the physical body. Center in the silence of infinite being, the lovingness of infinite being. And surrender all your intentions or desires to this space of infinite being as much as you can. Breathe into that silent space. Slowly, comfortably, consciously, and breathe out from there. Breathing helps to bring your energies into balance. It is in the silence of the inner space, true silence, that the higher self within you will reveal itself in your conscious space. To learn to observe the ego, that tends to bring us into limitation, and surrender the ego in humility to the higher self within you. You're not the body, you're not the thought, you're not the emotion. All these are constructs in your consciousness. All these are experiences in your consciousness. Stay in the beyond space. Join me in that silent space of being, that infinitely loving space of being, that humble consciousness of ego being, and allow that infinite consciousness within you to manifest in and through you. That is the journey. Use the breathing effectively. And as you go deeper into that space, surrendering the ego, being humble to that infinite self, more peace descends on your being. More inner joy comes into your being. And more manifestation of your higher self. Stay in that silent space with me. Explore it. See it as your true destination. Be very watchful of being caught up in the thought patterns, in the emotional patterns. Center into heart space. As you let go of all emotional limitations, Know that your true nature is infinite love. And let that infinite love flow in and through your entire being. Hold every cell of your physical body in that infinitely loving consciousness. That's what you are. Infinite love, infinite peace, infinite wisdom, infinite goodness, infinite vitality. Stay with me in that space and observe the grace that descends upon you as you strive to do that with all sincerity. Let the mantra resonate in the mind if it supports your journey to the silence. Stay with me in this space. Slowly bring your attention back to the gross body. And through the gross body, connect to the world around you, the physical world. Breathe slowly into the gut, into the chest, throat. As you energize your physical senses, and become more aware of the amazing field of the physical world. You have an earth body. There's water within the body. There's fire within the body, warmth. There's space around you. And you can feel the atmosphere, the presence of the atmosphere, by focusing on your skin. And from the depth of being, the silence, the love, the peace, connect to your physical world, knowing its importance. It allows you to connect to the gross dimension. And to observe the karmas that play out in this field. And let's set our intention for this new day. I center my consciousness in the source of my being, the infinite self within, the source of infinite peace, love, goodness, wisdom, and vitality. I stay centered there. Let my every thought, word, and action in this day be a blessing to my world, a source of light and uplift. I give thanks for all the blessings I have received. And I pray to continue to be worthy. Om. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you, everyone. In the silence of the mind, in the openness of the consciousness, you can experience more and more your infinite self within you. That's the goal. My intention is in this morning's talk to give you a little idea, more than which I already gave in the video, for the conversations later today, to give you a little more idea of that journey of the ego, moving away from the limitation of physical being, mental being, emotional being, expanding the consciousness as much as we can through grace, through co-creation with the divine, and allowing that divine self within us to unfold. The journey of the ego is one from limitation to limitless being. We may refer to it as darkness into light, ignorance to truth, mortal consciousness to immortal consciousness. So life is about expanding the consciousness of self, ego self, the divine self. So the ego is at the very center of our journey. So we begin our conversations later today with observation of the ego, striving to really observe the ego and see how it plays out in our consciousness. The very first thing is your ability to observe the ego within you, in the awareness of its separation to who you are. You are infinite consciousness, you are pure consciousness without limit. And the ego is challenged to go to that space. So it's extremely important to be able to observe the ego energy within you, the ego tendencies within you, the ego thoughts, the ego emotions, the ego intentions. You need to observe it. If you can't observe that clearly, then it's difficult to make the journey further. So the very first thing is being able to clearly observe your ego and how it plays in your field of consciousness. So I'm going to take you on a journey of really understanding what the ego is and how it features in your field. And what are the possibilities that we have for moving from limit to limitlessness consciousness? That's where the excitement is. So that discriminating consciousness is important. The ability to see the ego within you as it moves in the thoughts, as it moves in the emotions, as it moves in the intentions. And to really accept its existence within you as part of the play of life. Not to fight unnecessarily with it, but to respect it. It is life itself that has put you into limitation, into darkness. And it is life itself that will take you to that limitless space. So really learning to observe the ego inside and being able to co-create with the divine that experience of limitless being. That's where the joy is. Some of us may have glimpses of that state where we feel tremendous joy in the space, in moments, tremendous peace, intuitive awareness, and a beyond the body experience. The physical body is simply an experience in your consciousness, in your infinite being. The physical body is simply an experience in your infinite being. So learning how to work with that field of grace within you, that field of infinite being, is what we need to do. Simple meditation is not enough. Chanting to feel a lift in energy is not enough. Energy work of prana is not enough. It is the intentions behind all of those. It is the ego intentions behind all of those. So when you begin to see clearly the play of energy being, mind, emotion, intentions, a physical being, the vessel of the human experience. When you're able to see it clearly, then you will really enjoy this journey to infinite being. So that's where I would like to take you through this journey of deeper understanding of the ego and invoking the grace necessary to experience that higher state of consciousness. So I'm looking forward to your presence this evening. Of course, for those of you who are viewing this through Facebook and YouTube, we will be conversing on Zoom. That gives me a chance to see you, to experience your presence, and to see the unfolding consciousness within you, being able to guide you. So I'm looking forward to seeing you on Zoom. And I'm very pleased that so many of you have registered. It excites me. So please join us later today as we explore the journey of the ego from limited consciousness to limitless being, from darkness into light. The most fascinating journey you will ever experience in your consciousness. In that space of infinite possibilities, all is possible. But the goal is to have an experience of joy in every moment, love in every moment, despite what features in your field. An understanding, awareness, and experience of that infinite space within you, even as you experience the limitations. That's the goal. So here's where I'll end the morning talk. I know I've been giving you these amazing morning talks, but when it comes to the week of conversation, I will simply give you a prelude to what we're going to discuss in the conversations. So contemplate on it, and I look forward to seeing you and conversing with you in our sacred conversations later today. Have a blessed day, everyone. My soul bows to you. Namaskar.